Good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela, and I have got questions for you. What opens with Molly exploding over Daniel's explosion at the end of last episode on Issa? And what closes with Issa exploding over life? If you guessed Insecure Season 2, Episode 7, hella disrespectful, then you're correct. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and sticking around to see how we get from opening to closing. I am Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Let's go. Look, I just decided to delete my last video because I was at 17 minutes and I wasn't finished. For a half hour show, I should be able to do it in 15 or 20 minutes. I really try to do it in less than 15 minutes. So I'm going to keep my commentary to a minimum, even though I feel like my commentary is what I think is the best part. But anyway, so let's go. So we see Molly. She's like, what in your face? No. And Issa's like, girl, I'm just embarrassed that I let him embarrass me. Thank you for not judging me. And then Molly is like, since we not judging, I'm still seeing Dro. Issa's like, I thought that was a one and done. And Molly is like, well, it's more like a 17 and not stopping anytime soon. And then Issa's like, I mean, an open relationship is good for Dro and Candace, I guess. But what about you? And I'm like, Molly, what about you, sis? You okay, sis? You okay? And I missed the whole Malibu reference, but I had heard that they had a friend safe word, and they seem like they go into some routine where they Malibu. I didn't know what they was talking about. But then at the end, Issa is like, fine. And I'm like, yep, that's when you got something to say, but you know you shouldn't say something, but you say something anyway, but you just don't say anything, so you just be like, so anyway, okay, so then we see Issa. She's on the bus. She sees her student again, and what I thought was like public transportation, defense, offense posture was Issa recognizing her student from the We Got Y'all Snack Jack. Remember the Snack Jack? From when they were still trying to recruit students. And that's the other episode where she was still catching the bus. And he's got a PSA book. Issa's like, We Got Y'all does PSA tutoring. The student is like, well, me and my friends tried to get in, but Mr. Gaines said that y'all were full. And I was shocked because I didn't know that Mr. Gaines was blocking Latina students. I thought that he was just staying with what he was familiar with, getting a black staff advisor for the group, and that black person was reaching out to other black person. I didn't know they were actively blocking people. That's not cute. That's not cute at all. Worth an hour. So then we see Lawrence at work. He has lied about his date with Aparna, and he kind of gets caught in it. Then we see Molly in the car with her Chicago colleague. She's getting turned on to a new snack, and it sounds like he putting her on notice that he coming for her, because she like, oh, you coming to LA? What you coming to LA for? You trying to take my job? You know, they joking and hanging out. And he like, no, I'm trying to get you to show me around. And I was like, oh, okay. And Molly was like, oh, okay. So then we see Larry and Aparna. He's trying to explain, about earlier, I guess I didn't want folks in our business. And Aparna, oh, we had business. And Larry is like, you special to me, girl. We still gonna do drinks tomorrow night. And then we see Issa in her office. She has managed to apologize to Frida. She has a Latinx recruitment plan, and they, bond and connect. But I noticed that she does not tell Frida that Mr. Gaines was actually blocking children from participating in the program. We see Dro bringing Molly groceries. Molly is telling Dro to keep her key. Molly is playing house. Okay, so she's bringing him the new snack that her Chicago colleague had turned her onto, and Dro is hesitant, like she was hesitant. It's like a mirror of the scene before, but in reverse. They chit-chat and they having a good time. Dro mentions Tiffany's dinner party and Candace. And Molly is like, oh, because she wasn't really she ain't really been thinking about Candace. And in a way I can understand, because we ain't really seen Candace. I mean, we did see mention of her in the last episode, but she seemed like she'd be out and about, out in meditation retreats and weddings and whatever else she be doing. So, but Dro diffuses Molly's disappointment and discomfort with physical contact. Dro got behind Molly, and he's holding her from behind while he's nuzzling her neck, her cheek, her ear, whatever he's doing. It's like he using his physicality to distract her. She like, mong, 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 mong. And then she under his spell again. Then we see Issa. She's getting a text from Tiffany, and she finds out that Lawrence is coming to the party. She texts Molly. Molly is like, sis, I didn't know. Issa is like trying to process the situation. As part of processing, she goes on Lawrence's Facebook. She ain't on Lawrence's Facebook every day, but today she goes on like, oh shoot, Lawrence, okay, what's up with Lawrence? What's he up to? He gonna be at the party? How do I feel about this? Okay, let me hit his Facebook page. And she finds out that she is blocked. And then we get a mirror rap, and she like, so-and-so my Negro, so-and-so my Negro, so it's a cute rap to me. I don't know nothing about no rap. But what I did notice is how much we use the N-word. And I'm like, do we use it this much all the time, or was this a special occasion? Because it's been going over my head. We see Molly has been invited, has initiated a salary / promotion / partner review type meeting ahead of schedule. And she is pitching herself to 3 white men. I'm assuming they're partners. And, they're like, we all agree that you are a huge asset to the firm. However, it is unusual to start negotiations so far ahead of your annual review. And Molly is like, yes, it is. And based on the other partner promotions, this firm has demonstrated that it is not bound by schedules when it comes to recognizing and rewarding talent and hard work. That's me right here. I just laid it all out to you. This talent and hard work right here. You see what's up? Now recognize it. And they say yes. And we'll take all of this into account next year when your review comes up. So Molly is disappointed. She rolls with the punches. She keeps it professional. She's a professional. We all disappointed, Molly girl. Then we see Issa and Frida recruiting by the school. Issa's at one school bus. Frida is at another school bus. Mr. Gaines is rushing by as normal. There's some crisis, some fire he's got to put out. Issa, Mr. Gaines, you have a second, Mr. Gaines? I have a quick second. What's up? Issa's like, I may have made it seem like being inclusive of everyone at We Got Y'all wasn't important to me. And Gaines is like, is your program full? What's the problem? I thought we had an understanding, and now you're going to come at me with some all lives matter stuff? What's up? Frida, who had been listening off to the side, joins the conversation, standing next to Issa and Frida against the black man, Mr. Gaines. And Frida is like, well, we're looking for a more representative group of students. Gaines does not acknowledge Frida, and he says to Issa, you want Mexicans? Nobody's stopping you. And then he walks off. Issa is speaking to his back, so she's speaking louder because he's walking away from her. He's busy. And she's like, you are turning away Latinos. These are kids. They deserve the same opportunity. Mr. Gaines stops. He turns around and he comes back to her. He laughs and he says, girl, calm down. Ain't nobody dying. And he walks away. I thought the whole scene was brilliant because there are so many layers to the issues, and there are layers upon layers upon layers to his character too. And I feel like we started to get some of those layers. Before, he's kind of come across as almost a caricature or a buffoon, but I started to get a whole different vibration from Mr. Gaines watching this. Lawrence and Aparna are on the stairway at work. One is coming up, one is coming down. Lawrence, I know we were supposed to get drinks, but I have this thing that I have to stop through. It's a birthday party, and my ex will be there. And Aparna is like, I can come or not. We could do it another day. It's whatever you want. And Lawrence is like, come. Okay, so then we see Daniel calling Issa. Issa is finishing up getting ready for her dinner party, and he's apologizing. Can you forgive me, please, 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 please? Okay. So when he apologized, I didn't think that he was apologizing because he had intentionally come on her, because I didn't feel like he didn't hold her hand like I'm coming, and then hold her head to prevent her from moving. He said he was coming. She didn't move. I think he felt bad that she was so upset. I think that she felt bad when he came in her face like, oh, shoot, I don't like the way this feels. I don't like the way this looks. It's not a cute look to me. I'm not feeling good about this. And I think that I thought that she was upset at the shock of the situation. I didn't really think that he had done it on purpose at the time. And I thought that her reaction was an overreaction. But, we are entitled to react how we react. But he apologizes. And then, he's like, well, now you know how I felt. I did some fuck shit. Excuse me, I did some effed up stuff. You did some effed up stuff. And now we're even. He says like, when he said that, I didn't think that he was like, I did that on purpose to you to show you how it feel because you've been treating me like boo-boo. I'm not getting that from it. But Issa certainly got it from it. She like, oh, so you did this on a revenge tip? You disrespectful, petty butt Negro. Don't you ever call me again. Yeah. I thought he was just trying to lighten the move. Okay. So then we see Issa get into the car with her brother. She's mad. Her brother is like, what's up? And she like, Negroes. Okay, so then we're at the party. Kelly is dressing S2e now. So S2e is a guy. He's still around from the fingeration at the restaurant. They still kicking it. And she's dressing him, buying him clothes. The jacket he has on is cute. Somebody said she let him know he got it from Forever 21. You can't tell it's men or women. Okay, so Tiffany's there. Molly is there. Kelly and S2e are there. Then Kelly and S2e go off after we find out that she's going to mosque with his parents next week. Their relationship appears to be escalating. Dro and Candace come in. Dro, Candace, and Molly are all together. It's very tense, awkward, uncomfortable. A drink gets spilled. I don't know if it's Molly's or Candace's. Dro goes to get another drink. So Molly and Candace are alone. It's awkward. It's awkward. It's awkward. Candace breaks the tension by saying something like, doesn't that waiter look like so-and-so? And then they're laughing. By the time Dro comes back, it's like they're kicking it like old friends. My personality is such that I would have been like, so do you know I'm having sex? I probably would have called her or wanted to call her. I wouldn't want to be having no small talk with nobody when something very real and deep is going on for me. So we never found out what Candace knows or doesn't know or how she felt or anything. Was that satisfying? Girl, I'd have been called Candace because inquiring minds want to know. So anyway, by the time Dro comes back, they're cool. Dinner commences. Molly is put in her place literally by Tiffany, away from the married couples, which are on this end of the table. And Molly is someplace over here, trying to be a part of the conversation. Dro and Candace are sitting, over there. Issa and her brother come in. Issa does not take one of the signature drinks that's being offered, but has a club soda. Then shortly after that, Lawrence and Aparna arrive. There's a moment of silence. Lawrence, hey, I didn't realize it was a sit-down kind of dinner situation. And the hostess, it's okay. Okay, move over. They make room. And Lawrence is like to Aparna, we can go. Aparna is like, it's whatever you want. And Aparna breaks some of the tension for a minute with a joke after they are seated and after Lawrence introduces her. Then Issa orders a whiskey. So we know she's gone from club soda to whiskey. She feeling a certain way. As the party progresses, Issa and Lawrence are kind of like, I guess Issa more than Lawrence, they keep making eye contact. Issa is rolling her eyes. She's not appreciative of you bringing a woman to an event where her and her friends are going to be. Yeah, yeah. So Issa is kind of eye rolling. Molly, meanwhile, was trying unsuccessfully to get into grown folks' business. She's trying to get into the conversation, into Dro's conversation from the other side of the table. There's even a moment when Molly says to the in group, she trying to get in, in response to a question. The infinity room. Nobody hears her. Then the wife Candace says it a moment later. The infinity room. And everybody's like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. The party continues. There's a conversation about gentrification. Tiffany toast to her man and their wonderful relationship and how perfect they are. Lawrence is stroking Aparna's arm, and Issa is like, she gets up and leaves. Molly gives Lawrence that eye command, like, you better go talk to Issa. You done brought this woman up in here. You see, she... And so Lawrence gets up. He follows Issa out onto the street. And they argue. And it's a bad argument. I mean, my feeling... Issa's like, you blocked me. And Lawrence is like, you still effing that Negro? I didn't want to see that mess. Who else did you F while we were together? And Issa is like, you effing some biatch who works in your bank. And Lawrence is like, you some producer's jump off. And Issa's like, he got more going than you. I haven't gotten any whoop whoops on my phone. What's up with that? Was it all worth the time that I spent supporting your depressed behind? And then Lawrence is like, probably not as much time as you spent being an effing whore. And I was like, oh my gosh. And Issa looks hurt, and Lawrence is just looking at her. And then Aparna comes out, and she's like, hey. And then Lawrence is like, let's go. And they walk off down the street. And meanwhile, we cut back to the party. They singing, happy birthday, dear Derek. Happy birthday to you. Dro kisses his wife, Candace. He leaves the table. Molly leaves the table shortly thereafter. Molly is telling him, she catches up with Dro in the hallway. Hey, what's up? You know, I see you and your wife together. Y'all look really good. You know, basically, I'm not ready for it. Dro is like, you know, using his magic powers. He should use them for good, not evil. I don't know. But he's like, yeah, I have something with my wife. But Molly, you and me have something good too. He leaned all into her space. He breathing in her face. She hypnotized. She under the spell again. Then he's kissing her on the cheek. Then the next thing we know, they are sexing in the bathroom. And Molly is all starry-eyed afterwards. And Dro is like, you know, Molly's like, ah. And Dro is like fixing himself up like, yeah, that was good. Okay, so you wait here for a couple of minutes and then follow me out. And Molly is like, oh, okay, sure. And then when Molly does come out, Issa is outside of the bathroom. And Issa is there for Molly. She fixes Molly's hair, her wig or whatever, and Molly removes the tag from Issa's dress. They both having it's hard out here for them. And then we see Lawrence driving Aparna in the car, and he looks very tense and pensive. And she's, oh, you okay? We can still go get some drinks. Okay, so then we see Molly finally call her mama. Mom, she stayed with Dad because she finds out she stayed with her father because she loves him. And she didn't know if she could ever get past the hurt. But he made her feel special more of the time than not, or something like that. More than he hurt me. He made me feel special more than he hurt me. Then we see Lawrence and Aparna. I don't know why that name I struggle with it. We see Lawrence and Aparna at a bar, and he's stroking her ear and her hair, and they kiss. Okay, so then we see Dro. He's texting Molly. He like, yo, next Thursday? And Molly is like, I can't do this anymore. That's what she texts back. Then we see Issa getting home. She has a notice from gentrification on her door. There's going to be a rent increase. She goes inside. She looking around. She looking at the burnt ceiling that she never painted. She kicks a chair. Then she pushes over a table. Then she knocks stuff off the bar. Then she throws a chair. Then she pulls down a bookcase. It's like Issa is losing it. It's like the pressure has been building and building and building and building and building. And then it explodes at the end of the episode. So that was, I done threw my paper on the floor. So was it episode 7, season 2. Thank you so much for being here, liking, commenting, subscribing. Oh, that argument. Oh, it was so many painful moments in this. And I don't know what Lawrence and Aparna would. I don't know really how they're processing things. I don't really quite understand. You know, I don't know. It's not. We gonna see at the end. The finale is next week. Share this video with everybody that you know and love. Everybody who's fabulous in your life, and some people who could be more fabulous. Like, comment, subscribe. We're working on 200 subscribers. Woo! Today is the best day ever. You are the greatest. You are number one. So you know what I want you to continue to do, right? Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Bye, boo.